there were a lot of familiar tropes in there that you see in most slasher movies, but I should have held it against it because there's a formula to this shit, you know? So a lot of familiarity, God, a lot of shit that's familiar, okay? There's a lot of familiar stuff in here that you've seen before, but like I said, the direction that this film took me where I did not think it was gonna go, so. Clown in the, I almost said Cloverfield. Clown in the Cornfield is the newest horror joint directed by Eli Craig. And yo, I'm always a sucker for a good killer clown movie, but of course it's inevitable. I'm gonna compare it to another killer clown, my homie, Art the Clown. And I said, looking at the posters and the mask, I'm like, there's no way this is gonna live up to Art the Clown. But you know what? I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'm gonna see if I can just enjoy this movie anyway. And I'm gonna say off rip, I dug it. I dug this movie. All right. Nothing I'm gonna say is movie of the year, but it's good. It's probably gonna be up there with the best horror joints of the year. So what I liked about this movie is how well it was able to surprise me. Because lately with horror movies, I try to play this game with myself where I say, okay, let me see how predictable this is. Let me see how good I am and how much stuff I can call that's gonna happen in this movie. And I thought I had it. I thought I had it. I said, here we go. These same tropes all over again. And to my surprise, this movie went in a totally different direction than I thought it was going to go. And I said, damn, that's brilliant. Brilliant. I said, I'm with this. And I'm going to tell you something else. The whole gimmick with horror movies, man, you need a good gimmick. You need a gimmick, something that's going to make it stand out, right? So the whole thing about a clown in a cornfield is creepy as shit. And even though he doesn't look as scary as Art, but just the atmosphere of it, I'm like, that could be a Halloween Horror Night attraction. I'll probably listen, I don't know if Universal gonna watch this or if they're gonna watch the movie, but yo, y'all should do a Universal Halloween Horror Nights attraction for this movie. Now, I'm not gonna say it was scary. I don't think it was scary at all. I probably jumped once or twice. Okay, there was some good kills here. It's a couple of cutaway kills that kind of pissed me off. I'm like, come on, man, just show it. I don't know. I guess the Terrifier joints, I guess Damien Leone got me kind of spoiled because like I'm used to seeing like some brutal kills. And there's some brutal kills in here, but there were some cutaways where I'm like, no, show that. Show that. Like, what are you doing? But anyways, that's just me nitpicking. I thought the story really worked well here. So it's about this father-daughter duo. And of course, the mother tragically, passes away. They're trying to start a new life in this small hick town. And the teenage daughter, she's kind of an outcast, but she meets these friends that make these YouTube videos where they do this prank with the whole killer clown thing, right? And so the whole town knows them as being these pranksters with this damn clown. But there's more to this clown than meets the eye. Okay, this clown, the name of this clown is a legend. And I forgot the name of the damn clown. Was it that's that old man brain kicking in. But anyway, this old clown, it's a legend in this town, and some of the old timers don't like when you fuck with the legend. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. So yeah, these kids, they bite off more than they can chew, and then that's the story. There it goes. All right, simple as that. I did like the performances here. I think all the kids worked very well. I really believe that they were teenagers because with horror movies, mostly, you have these kids that are played by 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. You see the 5 o'clock shadow and everything. All these kids, and they look like kids. They acted like kids. And I appreciate that. So I was surprised by how good the performances were. I was surprised by how good a lot of the setups were. The kills was on point. The score was really good too. This had like a chilling score that kind of took me to the 90s a little bit. So yo, with all that being said, this is a very, very good slasher film that works. And no, it's not up there with Terrifier, but this was a fun enough slash movie where I can go back and revisit this again. Gripes with this movie, I don't have many gripes with this movie. I thought this movie was shot very well. It was directed and executed very well. There were a lot of familiar tropes in there that you see in most slasher movies, but I should have held it against it because there's a formula to this shit, So a lot of familiarity, God. a lot of shit that's familiar, okay? There's a lot of familiar stuff in here that you've seen before, but like I said, the direction that this film took me where I did not think it was gonna go, so I give it props for that. But yeah, if I just want to nitpick, I mean, there's some stuff in here like, okay, we've seen this before, and some of the kills were not very, inventive, memorable, but there were some memorable ones, so yeah, the kills get a pass, the kills get a pass. So yeah, to wrap it up, I give Clown in the Cloverfield, the Clown in the Cornfield. I'll give this movie a B. I give this movie a B. Fuck it, I give it a B plus. Like I said, a lot of surprises that I didn't see coming, and there's one particular surprise that I wasn't a fan of. But I said, you know what? This movie did not go the way I thought it was gonna go. And when you see the movie, I think you know what I'm talking about. This surprise, I'm like, come on, man, really? And I gotta say one more thing too. Y'all gotta say one more thing. I think I'm just getting old because I don't like being around people in the movie theater. You know what I mean? Like I try to, okay, I got my seat where I'm sitting off kind of like to myself, by myself or whatever. And I'm like, okay, there's nobody that's gonna, because I sit kind of close to the screen. So I'm like, okay, there's nobody that's gonna be around me, cool. This lady comes and sits right behind me. And I'm like, fuck. And not only does she sit behind me, but this motherfucker's coughing. Like she just, ooh. Listen, PSA, if you're sick, stay home. It ain't that fucking serious. So she's coughing like over my back, and I'm trying to not be rude, but after about the fourth or fifth cough, I got my ass up and I walked away from her. Like I actually stood up and walked about 7 seats down and sat my ass down because I had the whole row to myself. And I'm like, you nasty mother. Anyways, y'all, yeah, I've been having issues this year with theater etiquettes. And sometimes I realize why people don't like to go to the movie theater. But anyway, I digress. Clown in the Cornfield is a good time. It's worth a watch. I think it's worth seeing in the theater. I think this is a Shudder movie, so it should be on Shudder pretty soon. But I think this is worth going out to see. I think it's worth going out to see, man. I think you'll be surprised by how good it is. So that's it, and that's all. If y'all seen the movie, let me know. Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.